We got MSNBC's Meltdown moments, getting mad at Trump's speech, and Scott Jennings. Hey, Scott Jennings probably the best person on television. We'll see. Let's go.
Ordered out of the room.
With the name Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering. How quickly they forget.
I cannot believe this happened. Donald Trump, as the night goes on.
This was a horrific night for the opposition party.
It's horrific.
It started out with Al Green getting thrown off the House floor because he couldn't keep his emotions under control. Then they had the ridiculous paddles, which now social media is roasting.
That you said false on one side.
Terrible. The paddles are hilarious.
Ridiculous.
Elon on
and
the
then
other.
finally, and maybe most terribly, the Democrats who couldn't find it in their heart to stand for objectively good things, including the 95-year-old mother of Mark Fogel and Mark, who got rescued from a Russian prison, and they couldn't even stand up for that.
Okay, so believe.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you if that doesn't prove to you what the Democrats are as a party, then I don't know what to tell you.
Secret Service.
Beautiful moment.
Okay, so all of that, but I cannot believe that news anchor just said what she said on MSNBC. And guess what? It doesn't even end there. It gets even worse. Of course, Rachel Maddow has to say something as well.
For the record, and this is disgusting, the president made a spectacle out of praising a young man who thus far survived pediatric cancer, as if the president had something to do with that. This was in the midst of him praising Doge. The Doge cuts, among other
What? This lady is insane. Oh, no. She needs to be off TV.
things, have cut off funding for ongoing research into pediatric cancer.
The part that I find very shocking about Rachel Maddow is that she acknowledges that she knows this is a young hero who survived brain cancer. But
hey, I'm not joking. Okay, Rachel Maddow needs to be. Hey, anybody that listens to that lady needs to seriously reevaluate their life. And I'm not joking. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
So one of the interesting things tonight about Donald Trump's State of the Union address is just how it had layers and layers of ugliness and distraction and crazy.
Oh, this is one of the mothers of Jocelyn. So she had like a tragic story. I forgot which one it was. But
people like your daughter, what does that party stand for? I found it repulsive.
They don't stand for anything humane. They don't stand for us as citizens. They don't stand for our security. They don't stand for honorable things that we need in this country. And it's very disgraceful to us as U.S. citizens that those are the people that we have here in Congress and House and Senate. It's disgusting.
Look, I am...
Wow. Hey, that's beautiful. It's disgusting, truthfully.
Now, we used to be a country that would just let everything happen. Okay, we'll do this. You know, you guys, Panama can have this. You know, I think now we're taking back things that should have never been given away. So I think doing those tariffs and everything, I think it's
States. Again, I have never seen something so bad where I almost cannot even report to you guys the entire story, because the entire story is Democrats look bad.
And at some point, you got to stop blaming Joe Biden, and you're going to...
I mean, it is Joe Biden's fault.
...to be accountable. And, you know, he must have met Biden a dozen times in his speech.
I mean, the X, I love you. You guys were blaming George W. Bush in year 8 of the Obama
no, but you know something, Scott? We learned something from that. We learned something from that.
He's been in office for 40-something days. I am hearing a lot of cope. These social issues...
Cope. Hey, see? I made a video and put cope in the title. Me and Scott Jennings right here, man. It's a lot of coping with these Democrats.
I don't know why he talks about them. Because they work. They're like 80-20 issues, and he's on the right side of them, and Democrats are on the wrong side of them. It worked in the campaign, and nobody... oh, he's not talking about the right things. It worked in the inaugural. It's working in the executive orders. It's why he put it in the speech tonight. And on immigration, you're exactly right. It's his number one achievement so far. The border's effectively closed. The line of the night was they kept saying we need new legislation to secure the border, but it turns out all we really needed was a new president. Without question, in my mind, top scoring line.
I just have to say, I feel like.
And that's cool. Yeah.
And guess what? Republicans love it. And I will just say, I think the Democrats.
Guess what? The country's bigger than just Republicans.
I know. Well, he's got
Shouldn't be.
over a 50% approval rating, and your party's got 21%. So he's doing okay. I think dying on this hill of defending every single federal worker, that the idea that we can't ever shrink the size of government because this sob story or that sob story, that is not going to play with the American people. Democrats gave no care whatsoever to the 10,000 people who lost their jobs when the big pipeline was canceled by Joe Biden, or the people who lost their businesses in the COVID shutdowns that went on and on and on, or the firefighters or the military that lost their jobs because they wouldn't get the COVID vaccine. No care for that. But care for government workers. I
don't want to have a part. You can take this on another show. I don't want to have a partisan.
Yeah, MSNBC, man, they have a lot of brain dead individuals over there, man. I can't believe, like, you know, just Rachel Meadows, I think her name is. I mean, I can't believe she said that on TV. That's truly, truly shocking. Like, she's saying, like, I don't know how, I don't have words, truthfully. And then Al Green, Jasmine Crockett, let's see, actually, I want to show you guys this. Hold on. Look what she said on when she left.
All kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. He's hearing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't. You know, we showed up. And if he had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense. So please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do for sure. We got some cool shirts. We got Madam Williams.
Hey, she's probably the most brain dead woman in Congress. Jasmine Crockett. I don't even know how she got. Anyway. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, man. Hey. Word of the day is cope, man. Cope.